From the best Ebox flash to how to take a main, I'm going to show you guys the best solo plays for ANUBIS to help you win more games in CS2. Make sure to leave a like if this video helps you and subscribe for more videos like this. Now, the first tip that I have for you guys is a nice little mid solo play. There's a lot of times where teams are mollying in-house and they're also mollying doors, but you can throw a smoke to one-way these mollies so you're able to edge them. And it's a simple smoke that Munisi actually used where he just throws a smoke into this corner right here. So if mollies start to rain in into door and into house, you can actually just throw a smoke right into this corner and it's going to put out both of these mollies, as you can see, and you're able to one-way this smoke. This is a very good smoke if you want to make a good solo play towards mid, and you can also use it with a flash by just simply throwing over a nice flash, and then you can just easily fight mid with this nice simple smoke. Now this next play is a solo Ebox peek with a pretty OP flash. Now this flash is going to land right in front of the stairs and it's going to blind anyone running up canals, and if anyone is running up canals, they're going to see this flash and be forced to turn from it just because it lands on the stairs and it's not going to blind you when you're swinging, so you're going to be able to get a couple free kills. Now in order to throw this flashbang, you just want to line up on this pillar and you want to find the second step and go all the way up to the black line like this, and this is just a nice simple right click jump throw, and then when you throw it like this, you're going to see that it's going to land right in front of the stairs. So if you are peeking Ebox, it's going to partially blind you, but anyone inside canals will get instantly blind. And since we're talking about Ebox, let's talk about another cool solo play that you can do that doesn't involve a flashbang but actually an HE grenade. Now a lot of times on the T side, T's are going to smoke Ebox like this because it's one of the most simple lineups. So if you are a premier player or maybe in the lower levels of Faceit, there's a chance that you're probably seeing this Ebox smoke a lot, but you can actually abuse this smoke by having a nade lineup that breaks the smoke and gives you the opportunity to catch the T's off guard. And all this nade is, you just want to get into this corner, aim at the right side of this light. There's a little black dot to the right of the light which I like to aim at. You can just left click throw a nade, and then all of a sudden you have vision on canals. Now when you do nade this, you can also see the left side, but I always like to go to the left just to be able to make sure that I can get a shot and get away. So if they are walking up on this left side, obviously they won't be seen if you peeked it the way I did, but I do recommend this if you are an opper and want to get a free kill, because this will catch the T's off guard. So on the CT side of ANUBIS, a lot of newbies love to smoke B main for some reason, but what they don't know is as a CT, this is a really good choke point because you can take so much information of map control if you are just peeking this. So there's actually a cool little aggression play that you guys can do, and all you want to do is at the start of the round, you can either right click a smoke or just bounce one off. One of my things that I do when I come out of spawn is just bounce a smoke off the wall like this, and this pretty much gives you a lurk smoke. As a T, you can see this smoke looks pretty crazy and you have no idea what the CTs might do with it, but one of my favorite things to do is just jump behind the smoke and just see if I can catch any T's off guard. You can abuse this little hump right here and try to peek over it and try to almost create a headshot angle with this smoke and try to look over it and see if there's any T's defaulting outside of B, and this smoke gives you a lot of good information, and it can also set you up if you condition the smoke as well. Let's say for example you throw this smoke a lot of the rounds, you can literally just come in this smoke, you can just right click a flash through it and then just run through the smoke, and all of a sudden their TB defaulter is just in shambles because you just made a play of a lifetime. Now this smoke is good. I wouldn't use it every single round because smoking off B main is really bad since you do let the T's get over to this left side here, but this is just a cool little solo play that you can definitely use in your games. So a cool thing that you can actually do at B main as a T side is pretty much do the same thing that the CTs can do that I just showed, and if you guys do watch my stream, you'll know this is one of my favorite plays to do on T side ANUBIS. Now in order to do this play, you need to know the B main lurk smoke from spawn, which is very simple. You just want to come up against this wall, you want to aim at this black dot on the wall right here and left click and jump throw, and this is going to create the B main lurk smoke. You're going to see it's going to bounce off the wall right here and land right in front of B main, and this smoke will give you so many opportunities to find a kill on site, because not only can you just walk through the left side of this smoke, clear pizza, clear back site, you can also walk through on the right side as well. So if you do hear a lot of noise and information of where the CTs are playing, this smoke will pretty much help you just walk out on the site free and catch any gaps that you can. Now the cool thing about this smoke is when it does land, if you are playing with a teammate, you can actually walk out on the left and right side of the smoke at the same exact time. So if there is someone, you know, maybe on this pillar right here just standing, I could walk out and try to kill him, and if I die, my teammate is over here on the left side going to instantly trade me, and then he's probably going to frag the other guy, you know, either an Ebox or back site, and you had the site for free. This is one of the best solo plays that you can actually do on ANUBIS, especially if you condition that smoke every round. So if you've never thrown that smoke and tried this play, I really guarantee that you do that. Now before I get to showing you how to solo take a main, we should look at the main AK skin that you're using, because it's probably a Safari Mesh AK, and if you are lacking on your main AK skin, I really suggest that you guys check out the sponsor of this video, SkinsMonkey.
Today's sponsor is SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is a CS2 skins trading site and marketplace that provides an instant way to get new skins. My favorite thing about skins monkey is that I can trade skins that I no longer want and trade it for a skin that is equal value. If you use code Louis CS2, you get a $5 bonus on your first trade. If you want to buy skins, you can get a 30% deposit bonus plus an extra 5% using my code. The link is down in the description.
Now, once you guys have a cooler AK skin from using Skins Monkey and trading your skins, let's talk about solo taking a main. A lot of times people don't know how to take a main as a T, but if they do, they like to almost take it in a newbie way where they're just flashing and using no utility. And there's actually a really cool way to retake the site. And all it is you just want to get into this corner right here between orange and this pillar. You just want to aim at the top of this line and jump throw this smoke. Once this smoke is in the air, you can come over here and just molly off the top of this window. You're going to see that it's going to totally clear out a main. So anyone in a main is going to either be forced to you, or if they're smart, they will know that they'll have to run away and get out because obviously you are retaking it. A lot of people do like to save their nades on A in the lower ranks, and if you are one of these types of players, this util set is definitely something that you need to learn. If you want to take Ebox fast on ANUBIS, the fastest route is going through this window and dropping down. This will be any CTs that are trying to peek Ebox, and you'll probably get a free kill if anyone is trying to peek when you drop. Now, luckily you're watching this video so I can show you guys the nades that you need to do it, so you're not just running here without any nades and just getting killed, because getting killed on this route is very likely to happen if you don't know what nades to throw. Now, you're going to need to molly house on the run, and you're also going to have to flash mid. Now, there's an easy house molly that you can actually throw right out of spawn. When you come on these steps, you want to aim around this area in between these two buildings and just running throw a molotov. So to see it in action, I'm just going to run in between these buildings like this. You're going to see it's going to land directly in house. Now, once that molly is thrown, all you have to do is just pop a flash like this in mid, and you want it to land on this left side specifically, because if anyone is coming to peek from doors on this right side of mid, obviously you want the flash to blind them, and then you're on the route all the way down to Ebox, and you can just sit right here at this headshot angle. If I put a bot right here, you're going to see that this angle is very OP. As you saw from that POV, I could see pretty much all of Ebox, but if I'm swinging Ebox, I'm barely even seeing this guy's head. So it's very important that if you guys do drop, either you have someone overwatching you from T stairs if you do have a friend in your game, but if you are solo, you should really just play this angle and just wait for the Ebox guy to peek you. Being aggressive on ANUBIS is very important, because if you can pressure canals in the right way or even just get one free kill, you're going to push the T's all the way back into their spawn and have so much map control. Now, as a solo A player, you can do some risky plays, which I'm going to show you, and this one is a solo A main push with a very OP flash that's pretty much going to blind anyone in this area. Now, in order to throw this flash when you are running out of spawn to a main, you just want to aim at the bottom of this brick and jump throw this flash, and you're going to see it's going to go over this building right here, and it's going to blind pretty much anyone in this area that likes to default here. If you're on T stairs, or maybe you're crossing over here to try to get tucked behind a main, this is a very good flash, and you're going to get a free kill because these guys won't even try to play anti-flash, and they probably won't even expect it. But if no one is here on this side of the map, you can at least peek very quickly and get so much information so your B guys and your mid guys can get ready for any map control that the T's are trying to take. So if you like to play mid on ANUBIS, but your randoms don't understand that you might need 2 players there's actually 2 nades that you guys need to learn that can help you get some free kills and make it a nice little cool solo play. And the first one is a mid flash. Now, if you are in the lower elos, you're probably not seeing a lot of mid utility, but that's no problem because there's actually a good counter to punishing anyone trying to run up mid with literally 0 utility, and that is a nice little OP flash. All you want to do is get into this corner at the start of the round, and you just want to make sure that you're listening for anyone with any sort of aggression, maybe some footsteps or spamming, and you want to throw this flash right below this dot on the wall, just at the bottom of this brick, and this is just a nice left click flash. This flash is going to land directly on this brick, and it's going to catch the T's off guard. Since they won't be able to react to the flash, anyone walking up mid will instantly get full blinded, which will definitely help you guys hold mid a lot easier and punish people not using utility. Now, if you are playing up in the higher elos and maybe Faceit, Premier, whatever it is, there's actually a cool thing that you can abuse when people smoke house, and you can actually HE the house smoke with the same exact lineup. Right where I threw the flashbang, if I left click this HE grenade, you're going to see that I'm going to have a lot of vision here, and I'll be able to get 1 to 2 free kills depending how fast I am. But the cool thing about that nade is that you're actually pretty much hidden in that smoke when it is blown up. So when you are swinging into this smoke while you're breaking it, a lot of the T's won't be able to see exactly where you are, which will give you a good advantage to be able to get 1 kill and escape. Especially if you are playing as a solo, it's very important that when you do these plays, you're getting your 1 one kill and you're leaving as soon as you possibly can. Now, it's very hard to hold a rush on the B site of ANUBIS as a CT, but there's actually a solo flash that you guys can set up for that will guarantee you a lot of free kills. Now, a lot of the time you'll know when they are coming B because they're going to be smoking left side of the B site, but you can actually start back here in dark and aim right here with just a right click flash. And when I start to hear the T's come out of B main, I will jump throw this right click flash into the air and swing and mow them down. Me and my teammate DJ, we do this a lot, especially for our anti-eco setup, and he actually has another flash that he likes to use as well, which I will share to you guys. And this is just another right click flash that he holds right here. He gets into the corner and just looks on the left side of the sun, and he just holds right click, and when they start to come out, we'll both throw our flashes at the same time. He's able to swing on the right, and then when I throw mine, I'm able to just tuck, hide from his flash for a second, and then swing pretty much off of his contact. Now, since we are talking about solo plays, either of these flashes will work for you if you are by yourself, and even if you have a newbie teammate on site with you, just make sure you're communicating where the flash is popping, because if he's like, either swinging out temple or playing in CT where these flashes may get him, you want to make sure that he knows that he has to turn from these flashes just so you guys can guarantee the round. But this is a very good anti-eco flash that you guys can hold, since I know when you do solo queue, it's very hard to hold those anti-ecos because a lot of the other teams will just hold W's with Tech 9s. In order to take solo Ebox, you're going to need to smoke the top side of Ebox, because if you waste your smoke for the front of Ebox, it's going to be really hard to take it, especially if you are in a solo queue game. So it's very important that you learn this smoke where you come into this corner. You want to aim just a little bit left to this leaf, and you want to jump throw this smoke. Now, this smoke is going to come and land right on the top of Ebox, which will make it really hard for any of the CTs to actually hold the position. You're going to see the smoke takes a little bit time to land, but once it gets up there, you're going to see that it's going to block off all the Ebox, and once that does that, you can just come over here, and then you can just molly inside of Ebox whichever way you want. I know there's multiple lineups that you can use, but you just want to make sure that it gets this little corner on the side, so when you are coming up to clear, you don't have to worry about that corner at all, and all the room that you have to clear is right in front of you. So if you do struggle taking Ebox solo, this is the best way that you could possibly do it. So we talked about an A main push earlier, but as a solo, you want to make sure that you can maximize the full potential, and this is what I'm going to show you here with a nice cool A main push. Now, this A main push is going to add a molotov, because sometimes the T's can actually beat you to this position. A lot of people with the best spawns, if you guys watch a lot of pro Counter-Strike, they love to run to this position with their head down to dodge any flashes and then come and tuck behind this box. There's actually a counter to do that, and what you want to do is just throw a molly where you aim at the top of this roof, and you want to throw this molly as soon as you pass this right here. So if you throw the molly like this with the flash, you can wait for the molly and then peek with it, and all these guys are going to be blind, and anyone trying to tuck behind this box is obviously going to be mollied out. You're also going to hear them tick in the molly, which is going to tell you where they are, and then you can get a good easy frag, because you can literally just sit here and just shoot him while he's trying to fall back, and most of the time he's probably going to be full blind. So if you are advanced enough to kind of swap between grenades and have grenade binds to just quickly do this little play, I really do recommend it as a solo queue A main push. Now, CS2 got rid of one ways, but you can still throw smokes that give you an advantage, and there's a cool one that you can actually throw for Ebox to peek into canals. Now, in order to throw this smoke, you just want to come up into this corner inside of Ebox. You just want to aim right here in between the little guardrail on the edge of the wall and just left click throw this smoke. Now, from a T's perspective, this is going to look like a normal Ebox smoke, but if you actually walk through it, you actually have a lot of room to pretty much wiggle around, and if you do just scoot out just a little bit, it's almost going to give you a headshot angle where the T's won't even be able to see you, because this bottom smoke is going to cover half of your body. Now, this is a really good solo play to just catch someone off guard if you know they aren't defaulting too heavy towards canals, but like I have talked about earlier, you want to make sure with these solo plays you can just get your one kill and then fall back, because you need to be alive in the round, especially if you want to win if you are solo queuing. So this is a really good smoke that you can try, because it does give you a really good advantage. As you can see, this smoke that I threw is a little bit better than my first one, and a lot of the T's probably won't really be able to see me unless I shoot my gun and make the smoke kind of just go away a little bit. So I do really recommend that you guys do try this smoke if you do play an Ebox. Now, a lot of you guys probably like to op, but a lot of you guys probably don't know this cool wallbang that you guys can abuse on ANUBIS. A lot of mid players like to play around door, especially if you are smoking house. They have to spot mid from somewhere, and this is a very common position for a CT to play. Now, if you do have an op and you want to start T stairs, this is a very good normal starting spot, but it's very important if you guys want to do this wallbang that you do smoke off Ebox so you don't really have to worry about it. And then you can actually walk up to this corner right here, get in this position, and if you see this little ridge on the little like ledge wall right here, if you go halfway in between and shoot your op, you're going to see I'm going to do 61 damage. Now, there is a lineup to make it a headshot, or if they are either further back away from the door, but this is just a more realistic example of what you can actually do, because chances are you're probably going to hit him for 61 or something like that, and you could probably get 2 to 3 op shots off of this wall right here just before this Ebox guy tries to even spam you. So this is just a little quick play if you guys want to try to go for a nice wallbang or get some early damage if your teammates are rushing towards mid, or if you just want to look like a complete hacker, you can definitely try this wallbang out. Now, there's actually a really cool nade set if you guys want to solo take mid, and it's a very simple and easy nade set. If you are playing down in the lower elos, this actually may help your teammates a lot if you can do this all by yourself. But starting out with the house smoke, you just want to come into this corner of this sign. You want to aim in between the 2 tips in between this building like this, and this is a left and right click jump throw. This one may take some practice, but it's going to smoke off house. Now, after you smoke off house, you're going to see it's going to land just like that. You're going to want to line up the door molotov. Now, mid for the most time is usually smoked off, so you won't be able to throw a standard molotov. You just want to aim into the corner and run over to the box just like this. And once you kind of feel yourself getting stuck onto the box, you can just go ahead and jump throw this molotov. This is going to molotov the door side right here. And then when house is smoked, you can literally just pretty much have mid for free. You don't have to worry about anyone peeking you, but it's also important that maybe you just chuck a flash high left like this, so it won't blind you, but it will blind anyone trying to play inside of this molotov. Or if they do throw that Muncie smoke that I showed earlier, this flash will definitely blind them if they are trying to come through doors and edge the door molotov. But just knowing that set of YouTube will definitely not only help yourself take mid, but it's also going to help your team take map control. Now, I know we've been talking about aiming a lot, but there's a lot of cool aggression plays that you can do, and I guarantee a lot of you guys didn't know about this box right here outside of A main. I bet you guys didn't know you can actually jump on top. Now, we can abuse this box by throwing a cool little smoke on the run, just like we did with a molly and a flash earlier in the video. So when you are running out of spawn, all you have to do is throw a smoke off of the wall like this. You just want to make sure you throw it low enough where it lands not in the water, but right outside of the water. And you can actually just walk up to this box, jump on top, and you almost give yourself a nice little one-way. If I place a bot right here, you're going to see that I don't even see his head, but from my POV when I was on the box, you can see that I could clearly see this position. So this is definitely a good play if you want to get a kill, or maybe you just want to be a little cheeky and throw a cool little gimmick in there so you can try to get an easy kill on anyone defaulting towards canals. You can play with the smoke to make it a little bit better if you want it a little bit closer, but I think the best possible smoke is the one like I threw. If I throw it one more time for you guys, you're going to see where it's going to land, almost right on the edge right there. So if you do want to copy my lineup, make sure you guys go back in the video to see it. This is just a cool little play that I don't see a lot of people abusing, so if you do try this play, please let me know how it works. One of the best flashes that you can throw is actually one that Nico created that he started using for him to solo peek mid, and it's a nice, very simple flash where you just come up against this left side of the door. You want to crouch and aim anywhere on the top of this door like this and just left click throw, and this flash is going to land above house, so it's not going to blind you, and you're able to peek with this flash, and anyone playing inside of mid or outside of mid will get blind by this flash. Now, there is a lot of times where you're going to be solo mid, and I've showed a lot of cool flashes that you guys can use, but I would say this one actually might be the best flash that you can use, just because you can peek with the flash when it's in the air. So if I throw this flash and someone in mid sees it, I don't have to worry about getting partially blinded at all. Since it lands pretty much over here in the air, there's nothing that I really have to worry about, and all the T's, if they do see it, they're going to be forced to turn, and while they're turning, I can literally just swing with a flash and just kill them. So to make any of these solo plays really efficient, you want to make sure that the CTs or the T's have a little bit less than 100 health when you're doing these plays, just to guarantee a good free kill. So I'm going to show you guys a couple HE lineups that are not only going to increase your ADR, but I'm going to guarantee that your utility damage will definitely increase. And the first nade I'm going to show you is a good Ebox and pillar nade. Now, in order to throw these, you just want to come up to this crack outside of B main. Now, if you want to nade pillar, you're going to aim right above the half circle at this little mark right here and jump throw. This nade is going to land right in front of the pillar. And then if you want to nade top Ebox, you just want to do the same thing on the right, where you come up to this little black line from the half circle and jump throw. This will make sure that anyone playing front pillar or top Ebox is taking some sort of damage. So this nade would work very well with the B main lurk play that we talked about. Now, if you watched the early part of my video, you'll remember me saying how guys will run all the way to this box with their head down to play anti and think they're safe from this position. Now, if you don't feel like doing an A main push, but you want to make sure that that guy's getting some damage, you can actually nade him. You can even ask one of your teammates to drop you a nade as well, but since we are talking about solo plays, we'll just pretend that I have one HE grenade. Now, in order to nade this guy, all you want to do is come into this corner at the start of the round, and from this dot right here, you just want to come to the edge of this wall right here and just jump throw your nade. And this is going to nade anyone that is trying to get into this cubby. It's going to do about 40 damage depending where they are. But if you do time it good enough, and if this guy does have a really bad spawn, you can definitely do at least 60 damage to this person. Now, another cool thing that you also could do as well is just flush him out with a molly. I know this is a T molly, but we can just pretend that it's a CT molly. And this is also going to help you clear A main as well. So even though these are solo plays, you can also clear out positions for your teammates just knowing grenades as a solo queue player, where if you do know someone is a main like your teammate and you want him to aggress, you can throw an HE and then molly someone behind this box just to make sure that he can guarantee a good kill and you guys can win the round. Now, this is another good nade for Ebox, because if you are an Ebox player, you need to make sure that you're maximizing how you're using your grenades inside of Ebox. So a lot of the times you're going to be smoked inside of Ebox, and when Ebox is smoked, a lot of T's love to come up into this corner and just sit and wait. You can actually abuse this by throwing a nade, and it's really not hard to calculate this nade, but you just want to make sure that you're bouncing off this bridge wall that is right in front of you here. So if I do clear the smoke so you guys can see what I'm talking about, it's just a simple nade like this where you're bouncing it off the wall, and it's pretty much landing in this cubby, guaranteeing some damage. And if you do condition this nade, the T's will stop standing in this corner, and it's going to be a lot easier for you to take fights inside of canals when the smokes do fade, because they know that sitting in this position is very, very dangerous. So if you haven't tried that HE grenade, I really guarantee that you do. And I also ask that you guys try all the other tips that I put inside of this video, and if you do try any of them, please let me know how they work. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content just like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.